नमस्सर्वेभ्यः कक्षायां स्वागतं। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। हरि ओं तत्सत्। अस्माभिः अन्तिम गणव्यवस्था अर्थात् वृत्तौ गणव्यवस्था कथं भवति इति अभ्यासः शिष्टः अस्ति। एकवारं किञ्चित् दृष्ट्वा गमिष्यामः। यथा मया पूर्वम् उक्तं, प्रप्रथमं यमातारा ज भा नसलगम् इति लघु गुरुत्रयं लघु गुरु अपि च लघुत्रयं गुरु एवं भवति क्रमशः। तत्र यकारात् यमाता लघु गुरु गुरु एवं गच्छति यथा सूचितम्। एतदेव अलम्। एतत् सर्वं लिखितव्यम् इति नास्ति, एतेन सर्वं ज्ञायेत। मुख्यं गम् इति गुरु आहत्य गुरु तत्र। इदानीम् अस्माभिः न केवलं लघुगुरुव्यवस्था का अस्ति इति सूचनीयम्, अपि च तत्र गण अक्षरत्रयाणाम् अथवा वर्णत्रयाणां सम्मिलित्वा तत्र गणः कः भवति इत्यपि सूचनीयं। तत्तु अस्ति एव, तद् वयम् अस्माभिः कृतपूर्वं। परन्तु अधिकं किम् इत्युक्ते अत्र छन्दसः नाम अपि लिखत इति सूचितमस्ति। अधोलिखितेषु गुरुलघुचिह्नानि अङ्कयित्वा गणनाम निर्दिश्य छन्दसः नाम अपि लिखत। प्रायः परीक्षायाम् एवमेव भवति, एतत् सर्वं करणीयं। तर्हि तत्र अधिकं किम् अस्माभिः स्मरणे रक्षणीयः भवति, अधिकः किं तत् एतावत्पर्यन्तम् एतावत् पठितं, तस्य सूचना अत्र। इतोपि किञ्चित् पठ्यते चेत् तदपि आहत्य एकं पट्टिकां कृत्वा मनसि रटनं कृत्वा स्थापनीयं। तभजौ गौ वसन्ततिलक अथवा तभजज गौ इति। आक्चुलि तभजौ जगौ इति लक्षणकथने आसीत्, तथापि मनसि स्थापयितुं शक्नुमः। तभजौ गौ इत्यपि सङ्गच्छते तत्र, पश्यतु। सो इट् हेस् टु बी 12 + 1 13 letters. Okay, so Vasantatilaka, and it actually has a what we call virama position, yati position after 8. Okay, somewhere in between in the second one there is third group, it is a yati pradesha. So that kavis will break there as much as possible. Then Indra Vajra was a little shorter, it had one group less. So instead of 12 + 1 13, it has 9 + 1 10, 3 + 3 + 3 + 1. Okay, actually 2 gurus, 11. Okay, 3 + 3 + 3, 2 gurus. And here also, sorry, it's 14. 3 into 4 is 12 plus 2 more. Okay, guru. All of them have guru in the ending, something to remember. Okay, so this was Taujagau or Tatajagau is Indra Vajra. Upendra Vajra, only the first group varies. See, Tajagau will remain, Ja will happen. So Jatajagau. So Tatajagau, Jatajagau. And Mishrana of those two in alternate padas in any order. But the first and the third pada will typically be in one, and second and fourth will be in the other. Okay, that is Indra Vajra and Upendra Vajra combined will be Upajati. So nothing new to remember there, just to remember. So all three are 11 letter meters. Okay, per pada 11 aksharas. So Tatajagau or Jatajagau, and then other order is feasible. I have seen examples of both. Okay, so this much we have to remember. And shloka or anushtub, as they have taught, is fairly straightforward. 5 6 7. So we have lagu guru guru, lagu guru lagu. Okay, so first and third will be lagu guru guru, and second and fourth will be lagu guru lagu. Okay, so that is, this much we have to remember, not too much. So first make sure that you keep this and keep memorizing this either through the Lakshana Vakya or through this kind of mechanism. So as long as you can master this line and these few lines, okay, you are in business, and you are guaranteed so many and it's difficult to make mistakes after having this you cannot make a mistake, so make sure you remember this very correctly. If you make a mistake here, everything will go wrong. Okay, all right. So maybe one or two, let us see if we can make time for one or two. So let me invite Prakash Kamatwarya, you wish to participate? Prakash Kamath. Okay, I think he is not available. I think Divya N is unmuted. Oh, Prakash Kamath has come in. Wait, Divya Varya. Prakash Kamath Varya. Please try this first line, sir.
परोपकाराय फलन्ति वृक्षाः. प लघु रो गुरु प लघु.
अद्भुतं. तत्र पकारस्य अग्रे अकारः अस्ति, संयुक्ताक्षरः नास्ति, एवमेव अत्रापि. सो लघु गुरु लघु. अद्भुतं. गणः
मध्ये मध्ये
जगणः. तो अस्माभिः किं करणीयम्, एतद् लिखित्वा एतदपि स्थापनीयं तत्र प्रश्नपत्रिकायाः दातव्यस्य प्रागेव एतत् सर्वं एकस्मिन् पुटे कृत्वा स्थापनीयं, यतः एतेन लाभाय भवति अस्माभिः. तो अत्र यु डैश् यु इति यत्र अस्ति जगणस्य अस्ति, तो ज इति सूचनीयम्. अग्रे
का गुरु रा गुरु य लघु फ लघु.
पूरयतु, तदनन्तरं गणव्यवस्थां पश्यामः. फ लघु
फ लघु
फ इति न फ इति
लघु.
फ इति न वक्तव्यं, फ इति वक्तव्यं.
फ लघु ल गुरु.
अद्भुतं.
लघु
लघु. अद्भुतं.
एक मिनिट्. तत्र
वृ इति संयुक्ताक्षरं नास्ति, तत्र ऋ इति स्वराक्षरं किल.
लघु
लघु लघु वा
लघु न गुरु.
गुरु. किमर्थं?
क्षा भवति न.
क्षा इति संयुक्ताक्षरं. सम्यक्.
अतः गुरु गुरु
गुरु गुरु गुरु गुरु. पश्यतु, एकविषयः अस्ति, यत्र अनुष्टुप् नास्ति दृष्ट्वा एव वक्तुं शक्नुमः. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So 11 allows Indravajra, Upendravajra and Upajati. So last two have to be Guru. Okay, that is something. Same with Vasanta Tilaka. Okay, so that also you keep in mind as a confirmation. So this is why we call it Chandas, because see, confirmation, covering, it is able to error correct. Okay, so Guru, Guru, very good. So what it is, you think, looking at...
Can you explain that again? Like what did you explain now?
Bhagini, I will go again. See, basically last two, in all this, even whether it's Vasanta Tilika, Indravajra, Upendravajra, Upajati, everywhere, it was go.
Yeah.
So Guru, Guru has to come in the end.
Okay. Okay, so that's why, like, it is not Anushtup then.
No. Don't worry about confused with Anushtup. Okay. Anushtup is eliminated very easily. It is not 8 letters.
Okay.
See, one. This is a lot, right? So don't get confused. Whenever, unfortunately, Samskrit Bharati has just given one line with one bar, so you tend to think that is a shlokarda. No, this is not shlokarda. This is just one pada. Okay, that bar is there to just show the closure of this line. Actually, it is one whole pada. Okay, so if it were Anushtup, either it has to be 8 or 16, right? See, it is neither 8 nor 16.
Correct.
Okay, so that itself teaches you, oh, this is 11, 12. So if it is 12, if it is, for example, 8 plus 6 is 14, right? So if it is 14, we know it is straight away Vasanta Tilaka. By that itself we get a clue. But still you verify everything. Okay?
Okay.
Because in the exam you cannot straight away write Vasanta Tilaka to show all this. Okay?
Correct. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
So this is basically, that's why you can see why it is called chandas. There is a built-in error cover. Okay.
Yeah, okay, understood, sir. Thank you.
Well done, Varya. So I think now you have to tell what is this chandas.
Upendra Vajravratam.
Upendra Vajravritam, because he sees Jagana and Jagana here.
Jagana Bhavati.
Jagana, Tagana, Jagana and Gau. So Jata Jagau, Upendra Vajra. Jata Jagau, Jata Jagau, Upendra Vajra.
Jata Jastato Gau.
Or if it is Tata Jagau, it is Indra Vajra. Okay. So if the first two are copy, then it is Indra Vajra in Takara. If the first and third are copycats in Jakara, that is Indra Vajra. And the combination of both in two different padas, alternate padas, is Upajati. So we got it. So this much is enough exercise for today. I know few more are enthusiastic because I am running you guys out of time for the exam. I am going to skip forward. Okay. I think we have appreciated how to go about this, and I think that is sufficient. So the same exercise you guys have to kind of do it for the balance. You do it at your leisure and test your knowledge. What you do, assume it is an exam, take a blank sheet, write all this, prepare all this without cross checking anything. You prepare all this, okay, and then at the end you check whether I have prepared correctly. Just check against the textbook. Oh, I made a mistake here, there is a weakness in my brain about this aspect, so I correct it. So then you remember, oh okay, I have this weakness, and correct. And then once you have done this right side preparation of Yamata, Raja, Bana, Salagam, and this table of the Lakshana, this is just it's a manual error only can help. In this much is enough to write this correctly on the left side. Okay. So now there is actually a very good website. IIT Kanpur. Kharagpur is also doing a lot of good work. All the IITs are doing excellent work for Samskritam. Thanks to the present government allocating them budget for putting technical studies on the language which was required. So lot of technical work is happening in the various IITs also. IIT Madras also included. So IIT Kanpur has a very good portal. So this is that portal, sanskrit.iitk.ac.in. So they have some very good databases constructed and also some software work done. So the Chanda related some software work has been done by them and offered free through the portal. They write there. You can look at the examples. You can type in your own verse, whatever you want to check, and then it'll tell, oh this is the Guru Lagu Vyavastha. Basically it does what we are doing. It's not a huge difficult software to write. You guys can write it too, as long as you know Python or something like that. Okay. So they have done that, so it's ready, available. So this is very good resource. Okay.
Arya, I have a comment.
So
actually, from what I see in this, if we just consider the number of letters and the first gana, more or less we can.
But yeah, don't use them as a correction suggestion rather as a means of identification. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't use that as the evidence. Use that as a confirmative evidence. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Yeah, Mahodaya is finding further shortcuts, but he doesn't know 10th lesson may throw few more combination.
ಎರಡು ಸಲ ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ವಸಂತ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲೂ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಕಾವೃತಮಲ್ಲೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂದ್ರ ವಜ್ರ ವೃತ್ತಮಲ್ಲೂ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ತಗಣ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
Whatever your individual brain suggests, as long as your ideas are correct, you can use all those techniques. I am not saying you prevent it, but Gau is very obvious, so I am telling. Especially I am telling Gau because some places, some shlokas, see, look at this. Actually, good thing I spoke about that. Look at this red underscore that I have put. It is to draw my attention to tell you something. See this Nujai Sadapi. P, how do you conclude P? Lagu, right? There is nothing afterwards, Lagu. If we didn't apply that extra rule that I taught you, okay, which tells that Guru eva bhavati padante iti kimapi asit kila, to tatra api Guru sthapaniyam asmabhihi by force because of that extra rule. Only then the meter Vasanta Tilaka will be met. Otherwise, Vasanta Tilaka will be violated here. You see? if you didn't have the rule that the book forgot to teach us, I have taught you. Okay, remember that, because finally the truth is truth. Okay, so don't write that lagu. Mark it guru and maybe even mention padante guruhu eva, something like that. Okay. Padante na padante guruhu eva, like that. ठीक है. Okay, I think we'll move forward. Sorry, I'm losing the opportunity for you guys to practice some, but we don't have the luxury of time. Jyoti Variya, what is the question?
If Bru was followed by a Hraswa, still it will be.
Vru followed by a Hraswa won't be, it will be Lagu only.
It will be Lagu.
Because Rikara is a Swarakshara Bhagini, and it is a Hraswa Swarakshara. It is not double vowel. It is not Vru.
So it is not taken as a. Okay, that is what.
Yeah, because of Kshakara, this became Guru.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. Thank you.
Normally it would have been Lagu. Yeah. Good. Subhashitani. Maranam prakritihi sharirinaam vrikritirjeevitamuchyate budhaihi kshanamapyavatishtate shvasan yadi janturnanu labhavanasau. Beautiful. Kalidasa has put a Subhashita in Raghuvamsha all the way in the 8th chapter. Kalidasa is not given to throwing around Subhashitas very lightly. Like few others, for example, Panchatantra, every other shloka is a Subhashita. In fact, every shloka is almost a Subhashita in Panchatantra, because all the Gadya Bhaga is the story. Raghuvamsha is Katha itself progresses in verses, so he is not, maybe one pada somewhere he may devote one ukti somewhere like that as part of an upama, some ukti may happen. But here looks like entire conversation that happens between I know the context of this. Okay, this is actually in the context of Aja. I will talk about that also. Okay, so let us now understand the verse before we go into all the histrionics around it. Maranam prakritihi sharirinam. Sharirinam, of the people who are shariris. I mean Martyaloka. Whoever is in Martyaloka is a shariri. And for those shariris, Maranam is Prakriti. I mean, the default nature of their existence on this Loka is Prakriti. Why this is so? This is very, very Gahana. We are all born from this material of this earth. Yes, there is a tiny contribution forwarded from our parents in the beginning. But remember that what they forwarded also was generated with Prakriti's aid. Nothing came into being here from some, at least the Sharira part, nothing came into being from outside Prakriti, and nothing goes outside Prakriti as long as you don't get lost in space. Though space is also considered Prakriti, it's not just earth. Okay, so Maranam Prakritihi Sharirinam. So the default way in which our body existed before we lived was as Prakriti. So by our death, we return that material to the Prakriti, and that is the default state. So Prakriti has two meanings here. One as the nature, another is the natural state. Okay, so Maranam Sharirinam Prakritihi. This is a grand underscore of our philosophy. Okay, and that doesn't mean we seek it. That means we face it without any fear. That's what that underscoring is. So Vikritihi Jivitam Uchyate Budhaihi. By those who know, Bahuvachana Tritiya, by those who know, Vikritihi Jivitam. The existence of the Sharira with Jiva, Jivitam, is with Jiva. That means with Jivatma, its coincidental residing in the body is Vikriti, is a deviation from Prakriti. Okay, so Jivatma brings the Vikriti into the Sharira, okay, with Prakriti as the material source, okay, and Jivatma as the so-called Nimitta Karana. Okay, and there is some Nyaya Shastra terms for what is Prakriti's Karana Bhuta Bhava in Jiva, and what is Jivatma's Karana Bhuta Bhava in Jiva, etc. like that. Okay, so Vikritihi Jivitam Uchyate Budhaihi. So the mere few scores of years that we live is a deviation for that set of Prakriti elements that have come together. Very good. Kshanamapyavatistate shvasanyadi jantuhu. Jantuhu. Here it by using the word jantu, he means any living being, not merely people, any living being, including plants, animals, everything. Okay. Shvasan is there even for plants. Remember, shvasa is not any exclusive of, of animals. So, jantuhu yadi kshanam api shvasan avatishtate atra martyaloke iti. So, if a living being, if indeed it establishes itself or stays even for a short time breathing, that means taking life force, nanu labhavan asau, isn't that jantu profiting from that? I mean, he should take the grace of that life rather than curse it. Beautiful. Okay, so wonderful Subhashitam by Raghuvamsha in Raghuvamsha. Maranam prakritihi sharirinam vikritir jivitam uchyate budaihi kshanamapyavatishtate shvasanyadi jantur nanu labhavan asau. Okay, so let's count the letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So maybe some count I went wrong here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. See, this guy is having 21 letters. So if you go back, this one was definitely in 2 padas. You remember that is 2 padas, 1/2. Okay, in 2 padas this guy would have had 28 letters, so it doesn't fit. 21 doesn't fit 11 into 2. Okay, so we are already rejecting Vasantatilika, Indravajra, Upendravajra, Upajati. Anushtub is long gone from our equation looking at that. Okay, so you can see it's another meter. Okay, so there are lots of meters used by Kalidasa. Okay, so who said to whom is interesting at this point before we go into a lot of grammar. If you see, Anvayartha in Samskritam is the natural status. Slowly they have moved away from English, which they have used in the first few lessons, I think. Okay, so Kalidasasya Raghuvamshe Indumati, Ajasya Patni Indumati Divangata, by a fate of quirk of fate or something they call in English. She dies suddenly in a unforeseen way at a young age.
She was an Apsara, right, sir?
She was a Nagakanya. I mean, yeah.
And she was having some curse, so she came on.
Correct. So because of that curse, she goes back. It's like she obtains her mukti in a happy status.
Yeah, because of curse she comes, but once the curse is over, she goes.
Yeah. So anyway, that's all Indumati's pravara. Okay. So now Aja is extremely distraught by this. I mean, they make such a good pair that he is completely distraught by her sudden death and goes into complete depression. Okay, and Vasishta in his ashrama in the forest, he comes to know of this state, what happened. So he unfortunately would have been in the middle of a important yajna, so he can't abandon that and proceed to help Aja directly. But these guys are very powerful, so all he does is instructs one of his good shishyas, saying, okay, you are released, you please go to Aja and console him and hold fort there till I can come and help out. Okay, so this is the role such great people played there. Okay, and so this Vasishta, I mean, even as recently as in Vijayanagara Empire, there were great gurus who helped the kings in Mantrana and all that. Okay, so Vasishta's Shishya, I don't know his specific name, he came to Aja and gave Santva, Saha Shishyaha Santva Vachanam Idam Vakti Ajaya. I mean, Vadati, Vakti is, I don't know whether it's a maybe it is there as an alternate to Vadati. Ajaya. Okay, so for Aja he says this. So see, look, death is natural, nothing, don't lament over it. She is in a good place, and probably will even explain why she died and all that. Okay, because through their divya drishti they know the answer. So it's nice. पदविभागः मरणम् अनुस्वारसन्धि प्रकृतिः शरीरिणाम् अनुस्वारसन्धि विकृतिः विसर्गस्य रेपः जीवितं संयुक्ताक्षरस्य विमोचनम् उच्यते किमपि नास्ति तत्र बुधैः क्षणं पुनः संयुक्ताक्षरस्य विभजनम् अपि अवतिष्ठते इत्यत्र यणसन्धिः इ प्लस् अ यकार प्लस् अकार सो अप्यवतिष्ठते इत्यत्र यणसन्धिः अपि अवतिष्ठते आत्मनेपदी. Okay, this tishtati, normally we know it to be parasmaipadi, but with certain upasargas, this is the difficult areas of Sanskritam. Certain upasargas, they go atmanepadi. So the parasmaipaditva, atmanepaditva, we don't so much attach it purely to the dhatu. We say, okay, it begins with that tag, but later with the sankarya of an upasarga, the tags can change. Okay. Another thing we see is in Arsha Prayoga, in the old Rishi Kavya, this Atmanepadi and Parasmaipadi usage is very fluid, very fluid. What today Panini's Dhatupata teaches as Atmanepadi, they treat with Parasmaipadi, Atmanepadi, they fluidly move. Especially Parasmaipadi is moving to Atmanepadi is seen in Kavya, in what we call Arsha Kavya, in the Rishi old Kavya. So we did see that there was a period of Sanskritam where there was a little more freedom about this paditva. Okay, all right. So you notice this. Just incidentally, I brought it to your attention. Okay, then Shatranta, Shwasan, Yadi, Jantuhu, Jantur, again Visargasya Repaha, Nanu. Nanu is another beautiful avyaya, isn't it so? Is the sense of that nanu. In a very short sound, we achieve so much power. Nahi kya, like that. Okay, I don't know how to say it well in Hindi. Alva of Hindi, of Kannada is this. Alva, like that of Kannada is nanu. Okay, Labhavan asau. Nagaraju Varya's household kitchen is very active and we are able to make that out, so I'll mute him. Okay.
Kshamyatam Varya.
No problem. Please stay muted. Yeah. Okay. Asau is pointer to Jantuhu. So Yeshaha Asau. Okay, is the other Pratipadika that is normally used by Kavis more for Sarvanama point. So Sharirinam Maranam Prakritihi Jivitam Vikritihi iti Budaihi Uchyate. Okay. Ataha is not there. Okay, so I think that should have been in bracket because there is no ataha anywhere. So ataha bracket yadi jantuhu kshanam api shwasan avatishtate tarhi. So tarhi is again not there. Okay, yadi is given by Kavi, tarhi is not really needed. It can be adhyahrita in the correct place, which they have done. So put it in bracket. There are a few small errors here in missing brackets. Tarhi asau nanu, isn't this person, is nanu labhavan bhavati. This can be put here, or labhavan bhavati nanu is also fine. Okay, I like labhavan bhavati nanu. Bhavati is the adhyahrita. Okay, nanu in the end I like, but this is also fine. Nanu labhavan, but tone is important. Okay, it's a rhetorical, isn't so, like that. Okay. So dehinam kshamitam alpaprana sharirinam dehinam maranam nidhanam prakritihi svabhavah. See the paryaya padas they use, learn from this. Nishchitam jivitam jivanam vikritihi vikaraha agantukam. Vikaraha agantukam means comes and goes types. Okay. So this again kind of that which comes and goes, some construct like that. Okay, iti budaihi panditaihi uchyate kathyate ataha. Okay, this is not there again. I don't know where they are picking ataha again because in Anvayartha there is no explanation. Here is a problem. Yadi jantuhu prani kshanamapi kshanakalamappi shwasan jivan avatishtate vasati tada asau yeshaha. See, asau yeshaha kshanajivi nanu. Kshanajivi, I mean, Martab Kshanamapi avatishtate. Kshanajivi nanu nischayena. So they have taken nischayena as the final answer to the rhetorical question of isn't so. Labhavan mahalabha yuktaha. I mean, is a punya purusha. Bhavati. Okay. तात्पर्यमत्र अस्ति. पश्यतु अन्वयार्थः इत्यत्र पश्यतु कीवर्ड्स् नौ यु रिमेम्बर् फॉर एग्जाम पदविभागः वाट् अन्वयः वाट् संस्कृतान्वयः ओके अन्वयार्थः सो गो टेक् द अन्वयवाक्य एंड ट्राई टू प्रोवाइड parallel Sanskrit words as best as you can. Most places you should be able to do it. A couple of places where you can't do it, place the original and continue as if it is like, you know, hey, why are you asking me paryaya for these things, like that. Okay, a little bit confidently even if you have forgotten. Try to do about 70%, then you are in business. Okay, nobody is going to go and, you know, minutely verify. They look, take a glance, okay, this guy has done well, so they tick and move on. Okay, tatparyam, see, this is where it has gone into complete context. So knowing the context, if you can remember this also, it will be wonderful if you can add. This was told by Vasishta Shishya to Aja after Indumati's Marana, like that. Of course in Samskritam you have to say. So Ajaya Vasishta Shishyena Santvana Vachanamidam Uktam kada, I mean yada Indumati Vruta, like that. Sarvesham praninam maranam svabhava siddham tat parihartum kenapi na shakyate jatasya maranam nishchitameva. Oh, there is one Subhashita that uses that phrase almost. Kintu jivanam na nishchitam tat akasmikam natu svabhava siddham adyaiva jivanam samaptam syat athava shvaha. We hope not. Let it be there till the exam. Jivitasya purushasya maranam bhavatyeva kintu mrutasya punaha jivitam bhavishyati ityatra na nischayah atah kshanakalam api jivah yadi dehe tishtati tarhi tadeva praninam mahalabah kincha marane api shokah na karyah yatah maranam praninam swabhavikam यावज्जीवं संतोषेण जीवेत यतः दुर्लभम जीवनम अस्माभिः प्राप्तम अस्ति. It's not easy even to get this Martyaloka Janma, like that. Very nicely done. Okay, with a bit of humor here and there with this Shvaha Adya reminding us. Okay. So what I did was this kind of thing is how you grow. I mean, this is not needed from any exam perspective. Okay, so I now and then I say, okay, let me pick up a few words and learn today. And as I do that, as I am editing this slide, I put that down information for you guys also. So shariri pullinge sharira plus ini pratyaya. So there is a kind of ini pratyaya involved in generating that. Okay, and it is a taddita pratyaya clearly because it is going to sharira and ini, like that. Okay, tadditam inihi. Say basically how I do this analysis is very straightforward. You go to ashtadhyayi.com, go to Kosha Anveshana, type some combinations of shariri. If you don't see sharirinam is there, you might end up typing hrasva ikara, but you should usually you will know prathama ekavachana of sharirinam is shariri, and it's a nakaranta pullinga sharirin shabdah, something like that. Okay, that's why this is ini pratyaya. Okay, and then so from this ini pratyaya in comes out. Okay, and in prathama ekavachana that nalopa happens and dirgha happens. So shariri, like raja, rajan goes to raja, like that. Similarly, this is ikaranta, but so I mean the upada swara is e, not a like rajan. So that's why some variations are there. Okay, so when you do this, you start identifying certain commonality in how these words are declining, how they are generated, and you slowly appreciate. If you have seen shariri and remember there is a ini type of taddita, you will see another type of e ending thing, and oh, it is also some about some person who is with that part. So it's a person with that sharira is a shariri. So you immediately understand what is the ini pratyaya's role. It is to show an instance of a person with that object, like that. Okay, Guni. So maybe Guni, also probably Gunin. So maybe Ini Pratyaya is involved with Guna Shabda. Something like this you will learn. Okay. Potentially, I mean, you can't conclude, you have to go check because there are similar sounding pratyayas. So this is the nice thing about doing this dictionary analysis through ashtadhyayi.com. Ever grateful to the beautiful young engineers of India who have created all this wonder thing. Nilesh Bodaswarya and all the people who supported him in the background. Okay, Vikritihi. Okay, Strilinga. V plus kr karane plus ktin. See how it's constructed. Okay, so this one obviously is a kridanta pratyaya because kr plus ktin from dhatu it is coming. So kritihi. Okay, so kritihi means what? That which is done in strilinga. Okay, so vikritihi means opposite of prakritihi type of thing. So vikaraha is the meaning. Prakrityaha vikritihi. The parivartanam of prakriti is vikriti. Pra is aiding the kr, V is dissuading the pra part of the kr. Okay, so that's how they become opposites. So you can see the science behind meaning generations in Samskrita. How from kr dhatu such beautiful words are derived through such pratyayas. Okay, so now you stop hating, oh, why there are so many pratyayas, why they are making it complex, because there it can generate beautiful words. Not for nothing they did all this. Okay, Jivitam, so Napumsaka, Jiva plus Ktanta, so this is straightforward Krankt. Okay, okay, that would have been Jivaha, I don't know, Jivaha Jivam, so this further has something. Okay, I don't know that I am completely accurate there. I can straight away see there is a lack here. It's not just Kta, there is something more there. Ita has come, right? Where the Ita is not generated by Ktanta. Okay, so anyway, at least I know there is a mistake. But Jiva is Pranadharane. So Jivati, it's a Dhatu. It's not a Pratipadika, it's a Dhatu. Okay, and if you take a Lyudanta, if you take Lyut instead of whatever incorrect pratyaya I have identified, I should go correct that, it would be Jivanam. So Karanam, Jivanam, Khadanam, Lekhanam, all those Anam endings are Lyudantas. What are Lyudantas generating? Lyudanta is a Kridanta. What it generates? A Napumsaka form, which is the what we call infinitive form of the verb in noun. Okay, infinitive form means the verb's meaning itself is described by that infinitive form. So Jivanam is describing Jivadatu. Okay, Jivadatuhu Jivanam Uchyate. Something like that. Okay, Uchyate, next one. Like that, I don't want to stay here. See, Avatishtate, Ava plus Tha plus Lat. Okay, Stha Vishishteshu Arteshu Atmane Paditvam Prapnoti. Okay, that's why Tishtate, Parasmai, Dhatuhu, Gati Nivruttau, the matter of movement and departure. Or no, sorry, Nivrutti means in engagement, something like that. Anyway.
So one doubt I'm having like this.
Actually, in the absence of Gati. Sorry, that's what Gati Nivruttau means. Yeah, Varya?
Actually, sir, I knew there. So actually, the names of this pratyaya and the endings, so there is not like always there is not correlation, right? Like this, just I get confused. Like this, it is like through karke it is there, but it is like
See, that's why Varya, I am asking you guys not to stop with Kovida. Kovida is just what you call Bhasha Samskara's last level, you can say. Okay, but if you want to get Shastra Samskara of Sanskritam, you have to climb higher. And how that happens? Unless you get into Paninian jungle, okay, in the jungle of Panini, you will not be able to appreciate all this technical Shatru, Lat, Vach. I mean, you will not be able to. These are all so technical. This is all Paninian jungle. Everything that is in light blue here is Paninian jungle. Okay. So you have to enter. Best I would advise is if you don't have dedicated time to enter some proper MA, BA programs, go to learn from sanskritfromhome.in or something like that. Sanskrit from home, something equivalent. Vyoma Labs. If you go to Vyoma Labs website, they will you can redirect to that actual LMS portal that they have, which is sanskritfromhome.in. And Saumya Krishnapura Bhagini has some wonderful Lagu Siddhanta Kaumudi course in 2 or 3 levels that she carried out a few years ago. Okay, all the recordings of her live classes, non-live classes, exercises, slides, everything is accessible for free. All they ask you is you make use of it. If you like it, donate something to us to support us. That's all. So you take those courses seriously. Luckily, I was able to take the level 1 course live with at that time, all COVID time, not Kovida time, sadly. Okay, COVID time. Okay, sorry, just to give me, yeah. So I learned very well there, and also simultaneously I was also doing my masters in MA. There again, another great Guru Varya, he taught some introduction to Ashtadhyayi over there. So through some combination, I have come to start liking this. I am also a balaka in this Ashtadhyayi jungle.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, but after Kovida, can we directly go for masters or we have to do bachelors?
You can if you want to go for proper masters, which are proper what you call full scale masters, which qualify you to become proper lecturer, etc., you can't. You don't have qualification for that. But if you want to do something called online certificate level MS, which really is not so much for certificate and any potential monetary gain, but for knowledge gain, and for a lighter vein which we can sustain, and as we are all CAs, engineers, whatever we are in our lives. Okay, so for us such MAs are available online. Okay. There you if you have Sanskrit knowledge, they will give an entry level exam for your Sanskrit knowledge. Okay, and also they will ask whether you have any certificate in Sanskritam, having done Sanskrit studies, like up to 12th if you have done, and further you have done a master's degree or a normal degree in another strain, doesn't matter, it has to be in language, and such things. And Kovida also is very happily accepted. Kovida certificate is an important certificate accepted. They understand Samskrita Bharati conducts it with great vigor, and they honor that. Okay, not for job, for this qualification for the MA and all that, they honor that. Okay.
Okay, so like, can I, it's on Google, will I get to know about all these MA courses or?
Yeah. I mean, one or two that come to our attention, students have shared, I have also shared. Okay, but typically you should be able to find on internet. Okay, look for Sanskrit universities offering online MA courses. Google is very good in picking for you.
Because since
yeah, but it's good if you get some feedback from earlier students also. Some places announce this, we don't know the teaching is any good, then it's like waste of time, right? Even if it is a cheap course, it's like money down the drain. I mean, not that you're worried about money being the wasted part, but yeah, it's time down the drain. Just probably more.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we'll move forward. So now I have stopped doing that grammar analysis for every verse, okay guys, because it's not fun. Aneka shastram bahuvedittavyam alpascha kalo bahavascha vignaha, exactly applying to our own nature today. Yat sarabhutam tad upasitavyam hamso yata kshiramivambu madhyat. Up. Aneka shastram bahuvedittavyam alpascha kalo bahavascha vignaha. Yat sarabhutam tad upasitavyam hamso yata kshiram iva ambumadhyat. This verse you cannot have a simpler subhashita. Very, very almost anvaya ordered verse. Aneka shastram. Okay, ekavachane asti. Okay, shastram is collectively all the shastras. So, aneka shastram atava aneka shastrani bhavanti. You can transliterate that to bahuvachana. Aneka shastrani bhavanti, like that. Bahu veditavyam asti. There is plenty to be known. Again, they have used ekavachana. Okay, and bahu in a avyaya pointer with a nabumsaka. Bahu veditavyam asti. A lot is there to be learnt. Alpascha kalaha. Ayyayo, the time is very small, very tiny. I realize this now as I come to the last 1/3 of my life also. Alpascha kalaha. Bahavascha vignaha. I don't know it is last 1/3, but I am hoping. Bahavascha vignaha. A lot of obstacles along the way. Okay. Here they have gone to plural. Yat sarabhutam tadupasitavyam. Whatever is having the core essence, that has to be partaken. Upasitavyam should be respected and understood. Upasana means sitting on it and dhyana and taking that knowledge in. So tadupasitavyam. Hamsaha. Now the Kavi goes into beautiful upama. Hamsaha yatha kshiram iva ambhumadyat. Hamsaha ambhumadyat kshiram yatha sevate tatha asmabhihi sarabhutam jnanam upasitavyam iti. So what is this thing about hamsaha ambhumadyat kshiram upasate atava sevate? If you know hamsa like equivalent, just pelicans, you can call them as hamsas only, but saltwater hamsas, actually brackish water, combination of salt fresh water areas, they thrive in so called Kutch, run of Kutch area backwaters. That's the place they thrive. Okay, pelicans, they are great filter feeders. If you have seen them, they come in thousands to a particular shallow and go about pouring their head like the shown here in beautiful curvature, with their beaks upside down, and keep wading through the water in a kind of a military dance. So we think they are dancing, they are actually feeding. Sometimes they are dancing. When they are dancing, their heads are up, and it's one of the most beautiful dances to watch. Pelicans dancing. During mating seasons they do that. But here they are actually feeding. Okay. And what they feed in apparently clear water to us is tiny crustaceans that are living there. Tiny, what we literally call them as milk of the ocean almost. Okay, it could be spores of various plants and semi plants that live below, etc. Or it could be crustaceans, tiny 6-legged crustaceans that live there. Okay, so they are actually filter feeding that through their beaks. Their beaks have specific filters to do that, if you study scientifically. So you can call them as drinking the milk in the ocean. So sometimes I hear some guys who don't actually know the science of how these pelicans drink from the ocean like that, actually describe this kind of description as they call it Kavi Samaya. There is nothing really. It's not as if hamsas drink milk from the water. How can they drink milk from the water? But for me, immediately knowing how pelicans filter feed, I connected this. Our Puratana guys were more knowledgeable and observant than us today. We are sitting in the cities and not knowing anything about the realities of the life in the world. So here, Kshiram Ambhumadyat Yata Hamsaha Sevate Tata Asmabhihi Sarabhutam Jnanam Upasitavyam. It's a wonderful verse. I love this. Aneka Shastram Bahuveditavyam Alpaschakalo Bahavascha Vignaha Yat Sarabhutam Tadupasitavyam Hamso Yata Kshiramiva Ambhumadyat. So the Padavibhaga is straightforward. You guys do that analysis. So look here how they have done the Anvaya in very simple. Aneka Shastram, simply finish with the Samasta. So everything else is Adhyahrita. Anekani Shastrani Santi. You can do plural, or Aneka Shastram Loke Bhavati. Something like that. Bahu Veditavyam Bahu Asti. Kalascha Alpaha Bhavati Eva Sarvada. Asmakam Jivitam Kshanikam Eva. Parantu Patana Marge Vignaha Bahavaha Santi. Sakshama Guruhu va labhyeta na labhyeta ko va janati. Yat sarabhutam asti. Aparam asti shastram. Parantu sarabhutam yad asti. Tadva upasitavyam. Tadva, you have to almost stop. At least that. Tadva upasitavyam asmabhihi. Yata hamsaha ambhumadyat kshiram upasante. Atava sevante. So they have missed hamsa here. That's a mistake because it's there in the kavya. You cannot mistake. I explained this more in the Saramsha style than Anvaya style, but you got it. Put it in brackets, whatever is extra. Okay, but it's almost not needed. Once you climb Samskritam to a certain level, this dumb act of putting Adhyahrita words is not needed. Aneka Shastram, lots of things to study. Okay, lots to know. Time less, lots of obstacles. What is essence that should be taken in, just like these pelicans feed milk from the ocean, like that. That's all. Very compact. Aneka Shastram. So here they have gone, see, full blow. Shastrani Santi Bahuni. See, they have taken pluralization. Bahu Adhikam Veditavyam Gnatavyam Bhavati Kalaha Cha Samayaha Cha Alpaha Na Adhikaha. Opposite. Vignaha Bhavaha Vignakarakaha Amshaha Adhikaha. You can add other things. Yata Guruhu na lapsyate va kimapi. Yat sarabhutam yat sarayuktam bhavati. Tat upasitavyam tadeva sevaniyam tadva. I wouldn't put tadeva. Okay, tadva sevaniyam. There are guys who have spent their entire life not only taking Sara, the entire text, right? So thanks to them, this Paddhati has survived. If everybody only focuses on the Sara, who is there to carry forward the Shastra? So tadva sevaniyam yatha hamsaha hamsa pakshi. See, this is pakshin shabda. So pakshi, immediately you can see the pratipadika. Ambhumadhyat, jalamadhyat, kshiram iva, kshiram svikaroti yata. Then kshiram in bracket you can put lagu kana jantu kanan svikaroti yatha, like that. So this is sourced, it's found, okay, lot of luntana and all that happened from India, but luckily some of these granthas that were stolen didn't waste their time abroad. There were actually Western Indologists who at least recompiled them and kept them for us. So I don't know, in a very vicarious way we have to be thankful to them. I don't know how else to say it. So there is this Western Indologists collection dating back to a long time ago. I don't know whether this is that old, but a long time ago. So in multiple 10 volume, see 8 volumes, see Maha Subhashita Sangraha volume 1 through 8. You can click and access the scanned version of this today also. Okay, so somebody had the wisdom to compile it into an 8 volume this thing. Okay, so and also one of, I think, India's own Subhashita Sudha Ratna Bhandagaram by somebody, some compilation by some, at least centuries ago, not very long ago, but not very ancient. So that one is having I don't know why there are so many numbers. Maybe it is found twice in that book, maybe. Okay, all right. So I could source this much, but the gem I found was this. So there is a 8 volume Subhashita Bhandagara like this available, Sangraha available like this, with lots of Subhashitas. Translation may not be great, but at least the source is there. For that we are thankful. So Tatparyam Jatena Manushena Bahunam Shastranam Vishaye Yavat Shakyate Tavat Adhyetavyam Tad Vishaye Vilambah na Karaniyaha Yataha Kalaha Bahu Alpaha Apicha Satkaryanam Vignaha api bhavahas bhavanti. For good works there are always obstacles. Yata kenachit kavina uktam kshanashaha vidyam sadhayetiti. One should, every kshana should be focused on learning. So kshanashaha mean kshanam like that. Vidyam sadhayet iti tathaiva krutva shastradhyayana samaye api sarabhutam atipradhanam एव ज्ञातुम अधिकः प्रयत्नः करणीयः. जलेन मिश्रितं क्षीरम् एकस्मिन् पात्रे अस्ति चेदपि हंसः यथा क्षीरमेव स्वीकरोति. See, this is the lame explanation. Actually it's not actual cow's milk. This one is ocean's milk. Those who know the ocean know this. तथा अध्ययन समये अनुपयुक्तः अप्रदानः वा भागः परित्यक्तव्यः. Okay, sometimes we are not able to judge, but yeah, all right. अनेक शास्त्रं बहुवेदितव्यम् अल्पश्च कालो बहवश्च विघ्नाः यत्सारभूतं तदुपवासितव्यं हंसो यथा क्षीरमिवाम्बुमद्यात्.
So this could be like creating notes and reading them only at exam time.
Bagini?
This is like creating the notes and reading them.
Correct. For exam. Yes. Correct. So for example, we have studied, good thing you brought it up, we have studied Naladamayanti Katha through Naishadharanya Charitam Sangraha that we have seen, and like that. So how to remember that? You know, you can't again read every lesson and hope to remember every word. So what we need to do is something called mind mapping technique. Okay, the modern youngsters know to do very well. So put one character name, put one arrow, put the other character name, put some key characteristics between them. So Nalaha, then Damayanti, and above Damayanti put Bhimarajaha. Oh, she is also called by me. These kind of things, you know, they create a flowchart of the story with a few keywords thrown in here, there, across the arrows, in the bubbles of the names, etc. So where does Narada come in? So somewhere Narada comes into the story, put a bubble, Narada enters here, advises this, something like this. So unfortunately it will become a multi-page mind map, but that is all. Next, when you need to remember the story, just look at your mind map flow chart. Kata kata kata, everything else. The brain is very smart. Once the trigger points are given to the brain, it will expand that bubble into all the story. So Suvarna Hamsa comes at the right place. Then Nala as Suvarna Hamsa, Dutaha Bhavati. Then Vidarbha Desham Gacchati, Rajadani, Vidarbha, Raja, you put another arrow bubble, Rajadani, name of Rajadani you put there. So that much are, you know, important conversation snippets may be thrown into some square zones there. Like this is how they call it mind map. So if you can create the mind map of the story over 3-4 pages, no, that is the one to read before the exam. You can read it in 10 minutes on the night before the exam. Okay.
Yeah, correct, sir.
Hopefully if the questions come within that, you are lucky. Otherwise no problem, you have tried. No regrets. Okay, the question is something else, try to do your best. But I think if you have done the mind map right, it will be from that, because what we have done in mind map is this only, Sarabhutam Sthapitam Tatra. Okay. Kavyakata Naishadiya Charitam. Again, due to lack of time, I will rush through this. I don't have the luxury of inviting you guys. Damayantyaha pita Bhimarajaha putryaha swayamvaram kartum nischitya sannaham arabdavan. So he determined to do the swayamvara according to the advice of the mantris and others, and his sannaha means preparation. So having done that nischaya, he started preparing. Started is arabdavan, preparation is sannaha. Sannaham, karma pada. Okay. Swayamvarartham nagarat bahirbhage vishalah sabhamandapah siddha abhavat. So he got one big sabhamandapa readied for the swayamvara. So, you know, where there are chairs for this Rajakumaras to sit, and obviously our princess will, you know, walk past them. Where in this case they are looking at her for sure, but she is looking at them too. That is the justice here. Okay. Anyaha api vyavastaha sarvaha kritaha. All other arrangements were done. Bahubhyaha deshebhyaha ahamahamikaya. Beautiful phrase. Remember this. Ahamahamikaya rajanaha swayamvarartham samagachan. Nanu endu. Like that in Kannada. Ahamahamikaya. मैं करके. Okay. मैं भी आऊँगा कहीं दौड़ के ऐसा. Ahamahamikaya. Bahubhyaha deshabhyaha, from a lot of countries. Me first. Many kings for the Swayamvara they collected. Some agachan, some upasarga is mean they collected at one place. Okay, that is the meaning extension provided by some. Okay, came together. Sarve api rajanaha sabhamandapam upasarpan. All the kings approached. Upasarpana means approach. See number 2. Approached. See. Okay, without looking over time you will know the meaning. Sarp is a dhatu for movement only, but it is having this nature of snaky nature to it, right? Snaking forward sense of sarp. So upasarpan means approached with certain attention, like that. Okay. Dikpalakaha api sabhamandapam samagataha. So even the our Varuna, Indra, Yama and Agni, I believe. So all these guys also came. Etan madhye Mahavishnuhu Vaikunte Saraswatim Ahuya Uktavan. So remember, this will be a bubble now. So in between this, Mahavishnu also came to know, but luckily for Saraswati, and luckily for Lakshmi, he didn't rush. He didn't say aham and rush. So he Vaikuntha Saraswatim ahuhya uktavan. He invited Saraswati and told her, good guy, Tvam bhulokam gacha. You go to the earth. Tatra Damayantyah Swayamvara bhavishyati. Damayanti Swayamvara will happen there. Tatra Ragnyam Gotra Pravaktri Bhutva Karyam Kuru. So see this Gotra Pravaktri Shabda. Gotra means the Pravara of the kings. Ragnyam of the kings, right? So their Kula, Jati, etc., their fame, what they achieved, all that. Towards that Gotra. Vaktri. So Vak. Okay. Here Vaktra Shabda is there, and Strilinga Vaktri has been added to that. Okay. Maybe Neep Pratyaya. So what is this Gotra Pravaktri? The face, the voice, in the sense of voice it will become now instead of face. So the voice of telling Gotra. Okay, that means she will become the knowledgeable person who will do the parichaya of the kings. What a fortune for them. Saraswati herself coming. I'm sure Vishnu has sent because he wants to show that, to the other kings, this is no ordinary Damayanti and all that. Okay, so Saraswati herself, and she will obviously go in some different form. Bhutva karyam kuru iti. Saraswati tatastu iti angikritya. She says tatastu to Vishnu himself. Doesn't he need it? Iti angikritya balika rupena. Okay. So in the nature of a girl, young girl, bhumim avatirna. So she got down to the earth. Sa api sabhabhavanam agatavati. She also came to the sabhabhavana. Bhimarajaha duhitaram damayantim sabham agatya. Duhitru. Okay. Duhitru is a paryaya for daughter. Okay. Putri. So duhitaram. Pitaram, Duhitaram, Tru Shabda. So similar to Pitru Shabda or Matru Shabda, more likely. So Duhitaram, Damayantim, Sabham Agatya, Varanamalam Arpayitum, Akaritavan. See, Varnamala, no. Varanamala, slightly different words, not color. It is Varana means marriage, to choose, that one. Okay. Akaritavan. See, Akaritavan. See, this is a new dhatu. So, Akarana means to call. For example, aham duravanyam bhavantam shvaha akarayishyami. I will call you tomorrow. That's one. Hello, bol ke akar karunga. So akaritavan. So he invited his daughter Damayanti to the sabha and asked her to choose her future husband by offering the Varanamala. The symbol of her accepting is she will place the mala that she is holding on her hand on the neck of whoever she chooses. Around the neck, not on the neck, around the neck. So that's what. Varanamalam arpayitum akaritavan, ahutavan. Like that. Damayanti shibikayam upavishya sabhamadhyam agatavati. What is this shibika? Shibika is the small seating thing which people carry her with. What is it? Palanquin in English, or pallaki in Kannada. Okay, and actually it's an Indian word, I think, which has gone into English, palanquin. Okay, so that shibika in Samskritam is used for. So Damayanti shibikayam upavishya sabhamadhyam agatavati. So she came, as a proper princess is deserving to do. Sarve rajanaha tam sadaram vikshitavantaha. Sadaram va katham va najanimah. But with affection they looked at her. Something other than affection is dhvani here. Damayanti nalanurakta iti jnatva mahendradayah dikpalah nalavesham eva dhrutavantaha asan. Knowing that she is interested in Nala, these four Dikpalakas are wearing the form of Nala itself through their Maya force. Sarve Rajanaha Sabhyaha cha sabhayam upavishan kshamyatam avishan upavishan. So all the kings so rajanah sabhyah cha, I mean other prominent people, okay, ministers, children, etc. Also sat. Tatah Saraswati Damayantim Uddishya. So then Saraswati addressing Damayanti, Apekshitam varam Damayanti swayamvarartham. Okay, Apekshitam varam Damayanti swayamvarartham. What is this? Apekshitam varam is in karma position. Apekshitam varam Damayanti swayamvarartham. I don't know about how to take the grammar of this.
In our
line is missing, sir. One line is missed, sir.
What is there, sir? Can you read?
Tataha Saraswati Damayanti Muddeshya Apekshitam Varam Vrishniva iti avochat.
Vrinishva iti avochat. Amele? Vrinishva iti avochat. Then?
Sa Swayam Ragnam Gotra Pravachanam api krutavati.
Okay. So she Saraswati tells, please select the most desirable husband for yourself, and she started doing the description of this Gotra Pravachana, which is what Gotra Vaktri, what was that? Gotra Pravaktri was her title, right? Okay. Continue, sir. What is there?
Damayanti Swayamvarartham.
Now we have it back on the screen. Sorry for missing one or two lines there. Thanks, Varya. Thanks for. See, immediately you see Samskrita tells you something went bomb with the grammar. See how error correction happens by knowledge of grammar only. Damayanti Swayamvarartham Pushkaradishaha Havyan Nrupaha Kraunchadvipadipah Kushadvipadipatihi Shalmali Dvipadishah Plaksharajaha Medhatitihi Gaudadeshadhishah Madhuranatah Kashirajaha Anyecha Bahavaha Nrupaha Agataha. This is ancient times. This Kavi has put the names of so many kings that he is aware as part of history, attributable to that time period that he knows. Okay. So Pushkara Adishaha, Pushkara must be the area in Rajasthan. Havya Nrupaha, I don't know where this Havya, because there are Havyakas even in Karnataka who migrated. So there must be some Havya kingdom somewhere in the north up there. So Havya Nrupaha, Krauncha Dvipa. So there is, different Dvipas are explained, right, along with Bharatakanda. So this Krauncha Dvipa, Kushadvipadipatihi, Shalmali Dvipadishah, Plaksharajaha, Medhatitihi, Gaudadesha. See, Gauda Shaili is there in Samskrita. Gaudadeshadishaha, Madhuranatha, Kashirajaha, Nyecha. Kashi we know, today's Varanasi. So plenty areas are indicated, and even areas around India, not necessarily the mainland India, are indicated here. So they came from very far. Okay, Bahavaha Nrupaha Agataha. That's what is the imagination of the Kavi. Etesham Sarvesham Gotra Vivaranam Parakrama Vivaranam cha Saraswati Kritavati. So not only their life history, their valor also. Okay, she explained. Sa punaha api tatra upastitan Rutuparna Pandyanrupa Kanchipuradhisha Nepalanrupa Mithiladhisha Utkaladhisha Magadadhishan api avarnayat. This look like more modern divisions of India that we are aware of. Okay. So see, even Nepal, Mithila, Bihar area, Utkala, which is Orissa, and Magadha. Where does Magadha come? I am not very confident of telling. Bihar only. Okay, so Mithila is maybe closer to Nepal side of Bihar, and Magadha is southern side maybe. Okay, so very interesting. Evam Mahavarnana Prasange api. So Mahavarnana, because so many Varnanas. Okay, big explanation Prasange in that time period. Damayanti Nalamaharajam eva manasa dhyayanti vichinvanti cha asit. So she was looking for Nala only, trying to choose Nala. Tada Shibika Vahakaha Damayantim Dikpalakanam Samipam Neetavantaha. So at that time the Shibika Vakas have moved on, the carriers of the palanquin have moved on and took her to the our 4 Kutila Dikpalakas. Tatra Dikpalaihi Palakaihi. Kap pratyaya is missing, that's all. It's not essential. So they have taken Dikpalaihi. So this same as Dikpalakaihi. Tatra Dikpalaihi saha Nalaha api asit. So 4 plus 1. Saraswati Dikpalan Varnayitum Arabdavati. She started describing Dikpalas. Yam yam Dikpalam sa Varnitavati tat sarvam Nalavarnanam iva eva asit Damayantyah krite. I mean, for Damayanti it was she was, because she is so enamored with Nala, probably she is not actually hearing the Varnana. Saraswati had been sent by Vishnu so that she will tell the truth. But she's not probably listening to her carefully, otherwise she would have made out with the color of what Saraswati is describing that this is not Nala, this is not Nala. We have to go to original Naishadhiya Charitam and see the shlokas to see how Saraswati described them. I would find interest in knowing that. Anyway, apicha yada Damayanti Dikpalan Vilokitavati, when she looked at them, tada sarve Dikpalaha api Nalaha iva taya adrishyanta. So they all looked like Nala. That is because they actually had Nalavesha. There is no mistake there. Pancha api upastitaha Nalaha iva asan. Pancha ke Nalaha ekaha anye chatvaraha. Pancha api upastitaha Nalaha iva asan. Saraswatyaha varnanam api sandeha janakam asit. So she was using a lot of borderline description which can be taken this way or that way. Okay, it was very doubt producing. Teshu kaha varaniyaha iti Damayanti Vyamugdha abhavat. Mugdha, which means well, basically lack of knowledge is mugdata. Okay, Vyamugdha means one who was enamored with absence of decision making power. Okay, so she became that, indecisive, you can say, or confused. Khinna santapta cha abhut. She became very sad. सा प्रत्येकं यद्यपि अनेकवारं समादरेण वीक्षितवती तथापि तेषु भेदं ज्ञातुम् अशक्ता एव अभवत्. Every person of these 5 many times with very careful focus she saw. Okay, even then she couldn't make out between them. Tatah sa bhakti bhavena devan prarthayamasa. With her faithful feeling she prayed to them only. Very good technique. She prayed to them only. They are pujyaha kila. She had only told they pujyaha. So he devaha mama manaha nalamaharaje eva lagnam atah tameva varayitum ichchami. My mind is focused on Nalamaharaja, so I would like to marry him. Eteshu kahava Nalamaharajaha iti jnatum mam yuyam anugrihnita. You only please give the anugraha so that I am able to know who is Nala, who is not. Damayantyaha ananya pritim vikshya sarve devaha santushtaha abhavan. Basically they got defeated. So they are looking at her unwavering desire, affection for Nala. Ananya pritim, I mean na anyaha, ananyaha, ananya pritihi, strilinga, sorry, ananya pritihi, ananya pritihi. So that's kind of karmadaraya. Okay, tam ananya pritim, dvitiya vibhakti. Vikshya, having seen, asantushtaha bhavan te varena tam anugrihitavantaha. They said astu nyasyatu vayam kaha saha kaha iti. Tada devanam ashisha saraswatyaha klistakaram varnanam api Damayantya jnatam. So suddenly she got the insight into what Saraswati had described. She could do the puzzle, unraveling of the puzzle of her verses. Okay. Upastiteshu ayameva nalaha iti Nalamaharajam sa abhignatavati. So for us the curiosity is, in the mouth of Saraswati, how the Kavi has done a shlesha, where you can imply Indra or you can imply Nala, you can imply Varuna or Nala, like that. Okay, that will be the interesting part for kavitva in us to be woken up. Upastiteshu ayameva nalaha iti Nalamaharajam sa abhignatavati. So she got to know who it is. Mahata sambramena sa romanchaihi saha varanamalam Nalamaharajasya kanthe samyojayamasa. With great happiness and excitement. When does romancha happen? What is romancha? Means all the hairs stand up, that is romancha. So that means when you are very looking forward, excited by what is going to ensue. Varanamalam Nalamaharajasya kante samyojayamasa. So she put it around his throat. Sarve api nitantam santushtaha bhavan. Happy ending. Yes, Nagaraju Varya, what is the question?
The two places, these words I didn't understand. Only samyojayamasa.
Samyojayamasa. See, this one is a lakara which produces this masa types. So basically, this is a bhutakala. Lat, it's not lung, it is lit lakara, I think. Okay, bhutakala. So samyojitavati is the simple kridanta form that we know. That means she engaged the varanamala with his neck. That is the samyoga. Okay, yujdatu. Okay, yujdatu's lit lakara form, past tense.
Okay.
So you look at this lit lakara and understand how its forms are. Okay. Sarve api nitantam santushtaha abhavan. Everybody became happy. Any other word where you are confused?
No sir.
So this you will find this amasa, achakruhu, achakratuhu, like these kind of endings are all that lakara.
Okay.
Ashawariye, what is the question?
Ahuya. Vishnu,
Ahwanam, you know, Ahwanam, same dhatu. Ahwanam is from the same dhatu which we are familiar. Ahuya means lyabanta, having invited. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
Ahwanam kritva, ahuya, short version. Okay? Nitantam, again a lot. Okay? Endlessly happy. Not really true. I'm sure a lot of kings were unhappy there. But anyway, let us see. Dikpalaha damayantim uddishya santvana vachanani abruvan. So all the defeated Dikpalas, they gave some consolatory words for Damayanti, saying because they had done this crime of impersonation. Okay, I think so. It was a little bit of an apology statement. Damayanti Nalamaharajam Vrutavati iti anye rajanah kruddaha bhavan. This happens always. If you remember when Draupadi chose Arjuna, same things happened over there. Okay, Damayanti Nalamaharajam Vrutavati iti anye rajanah kruddaha bhavan. Dikpaleshu agnihi atmanam na prakatayamasa. See another masa. Okay, so Agni did not reveal himself. Okay, saha lajjapiditaha bhavat. This is a little bit of Puranic extraction. Okay, guys, saha lajjapiditaha bhavat. He became overcome with lajja bhava. That means a kind of shame, feeling of shame over what had happened. Tataha Saraswati sviya rupam dhrutavati. Saraswati took on her own complete goddess form from the Balika form that she was. Indraha Naladamayantiyoho Ashisham Uktavan. So Indra suddenly transformed himself from a suitor to the pujari. Very colorful story, guys. Naladamayantiyoho Ashisham Uktavan. So Ashirvad kiya. Saraswati Nala Maharajaya Chintamani Mantram Pradattavati. She conducted herself well. So she gave for Nala a special powerful mantra called Chintamani mantra. This is potentially a question paper material. So Devalokat Pushpavristihi Abhavat. So this is always the happy ending in our stories, right? So all the Kinkaras and all come and do Pushpavrishti. Indradayah Devaha Swargam Prati Prasthitaha. They all proceeded, defeated towards the Swarga. Anyecha Nripaha api Swanagarani Agachan. I mean, the Kruddaha abhavan, but what happened is not explained. So, lot of shortcut here. A big, big kavya has been shortcut into some 10 paragraphs. Swanagarani agachan. Swayamvara vidhi vaibhavena samaptaha abhavat. So, the Swayamvara vidhi happened happily. That's the story. So, that is the Nala Maharaja and Damayanti Katha. So, what all you remember, huh? So, remember individual storylines, make a mind map and keep it ready. This is a good time to prepare all that. Make it compact. Force yourself to not be descriptive there. Force yourself to click keywords only. So, for example, the keyword for all this is Anye Kruddaha. That's all. Anye Kruddaha. Enough. Okay. Okay, let's try to answer. I would like to see some hands go up if you guys want to participate. Bhulokam gaccha iti kaha kam avadat. Geeta Varye? Geeta Varye?
Vishnuः सरस्वतीम् अवदत्.
How, if you answer like that, you will not get full marks.
भूलोकं गच्छ इति विष्णुः सरस्वतीम् अवदत्. सन्दर्भः.
So now what you have to do here, usually the question paper will not have like this. It will have a little bit more cluey type of questioning, so that we know, oh, this is from Naishadiya Charita, etc. The struggle for us will be to identify from which Subhashita the question is, from which Katha the question is.
ನಾನು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ? ಇದು ಇದಂ ವಾಕ್ಯಂ ಶ್ರೀಹರ್ಷೇಣ ವಿರಚಿತ ನೈಷಧೀಯ ಚರಿತಂ ಮಹಾಕಾವ್ಯ ಕಥಾ ಭಾಗೇನ ದತ್ತವಾನ್.
ಸ್ವೀಕೃತಂ ಅಸ್ತಿ. ದತ್ತವಾನ್ no, ಸ್ವೀಕೃತಂ ಅಸ್ತಿ. Very good. But if you have the time, you do that. Okay. If you have the time, you add that sentence, no problem. Okay. Actual answer has to be correct. That's all. Okay. Usually 1 marks. So, you know, yeah. Keep it short.
ಇದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ನಮ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಇದು ನಲ ದಮಂತ್ಯೋಃ ಸ್ವಯಂವರ ಸಮಯೇ ಅದು
tadapi vaktum shaknoshi. But the question is simply kaha kam. So your first answer is enough. First answer is enough. Okay. Minimum is that, rest is bonus if you have time. Okay. So now Prema Satpati Shripati Rao Kshamyatam Ke Nalavesham Drutavantaha.
Indraha Agnihi Yamaha Varunaha cha Nalavesham Drutavantaha.
You see the mistake I have done, guys? Instead of Saraswati, I put Sri Lakshmi. I assumed. See, this is the mistakes that happen if you don't have our mind map right. That means I didn't go back, check the textbook, take the down. I have wrong memory. I know Vishnu sent, but I assumed she sent Lakshmi. He didn't send Lakshmi. He sent Saraswati. So we have to be careful, huh?
ವರ್ಯ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆ ನಲವೇಶಂ ಧೃತವಂತಹ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂದ್ರಾದಿ
Dikpalakaha is enough. Okay, like you can explain all the names. So Sri Premavarya, sorry, you go again, clean answer for yourself. Yeah.
If I write Dikpalakaha, then it will become 8. Only 4 of them came, so we are restricting, Mahodaya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Indraha, Agnihi, Yamaha, Varunaha, cha
Nalavesham Drutavantaha. Good. Bhagini is being very accurate. Okay, but the textbook does have Mahendradeha Dikpalakaha or Dikpalaha. Nothing wrong if you write it. Okay, so Damayanti Nale Anurukta iti Janantaha Nalavesham Drutavantaha. I have given a lot of Kallepuri addition which is not needed. Okay, Yatha te teshu ekam nalo ayamiti matva vrunuyat iti kutila mathya. Something I have written. All this is not needed. Bhagini's answer was the best. Okay. So my answers are a little bit not so great. Okay, so one more question. Who wants to take? I have finished Geeta, Prema. You can put your hands down. Nanda Kumar Varya, you go. Read the question.
Saraswati. सरस्वत्याः क्लिष्टकरं वर्णनं दमयन्त्या कथम् अवगतम्? सरस्वत्याः क्लिष्टकरं वर्णनं देवानाम् अनुग्रहेण दमयन्त्या अवगतम्.
Good, actually. One cannot context yours. Katham avagatam is how she understood, is probably little bit more about the earlier confused state of mind of Damayanti. But your answer is also acceptable. Katham avagatam ante devanam anugrahena sushtu avagatam. Avagatam. Like that you can say, you are correct. So, or you can even go back to the earlier part and say some nalasya varnanam iva avagatam also is correct. Earlier status. Earlier status was nalasya varnanam eva iti avagatam. Ante, you can put both answers so that you cover your bases. Ante devanam anugrahena sushtu avagatam. Like that. Okay. So Saraswatyaha vividhanam dikpalakanam klishttakaram varnanam nalavarnanam eva idam itivad damayantya shrutam ante tesham varanugrahena sa Saraswatyaha varnanam samyak jnatva nalaha kaha iti jnatavati. Okay. So some your own words, what you said was also pakka fine. Well done. Good answer. So now anybody else wants to come forward, please? Okay. Anshu Meenakshi Raman, you can unmute. Then Hajib can take the last one. Anshu Meenakshi. Anusha Meenakshi. हाँ वरिये. हाँ.
अन्ये राजानः किमर्थं क्रुद्धाः?
Hint.
हाँ, दमयन्ती. अच्छा, अच्छा, दमयन्ती नला महाराजं कृतवती इति अन्ये राजानः क्रुद्धाः अभवन्.
Because basically अन्ये राजानः नल दमयन्ती तान् न चितवती, तेषु एकं न चितवती इति. That also is okay. तेषु एकं न चितवती परन्तु नलमहाराजम् एव चितवती अथवा वृतवती इति ते क्रुद्धाः अभवन्. Well done. So Damayanti Nalamahārājam Vrutavati Natu Sveshu Ekam, between them one iti Anye Rajanaha Kruddaha Bhavan. Sometimes adding what is not directly there but it's known indirectly is also nice to show our understanding clarity. Now let me invite Hajib Upendar Varya.
Hello sir, yeah. So Saraswati Nalaya Kim Dattavati. So Saraswati Nalaya Chintamani Mantram Dattavati.
Samyak. Chintamani Mantram Dattavati or Bodhitavati also you can take. Pradattavati has a little bit more Bodha sense, but Dattavati is also fine the way they have asked. Okay. So Chintamani Mantram Pradattavati Bodhitavati, something like that. Okay. So, I have added a little more masala here. Sviya Rupam Dhrutva, like that. Not recorded, but just some Ati Panditya sometimes. Okay. So I have a mistake there. This I should replace with Saraswati. Otherwise they are all okay. Thank you guys for participating. Anybody else had a question? No. Okay. I think we have done this. Where are we? Oh my God. We are well past our water break, everything. Okay. So what we will do, we will take a quick water break for 4 minutes, go for a few more minutes into the next section and then call it. Okay. So take a water break. I am sorry about this late water break. Take a break anyway. Still needed.
Progress.
Okay. Welcome back. So with your permission I will try to finish this slide. I have some interesting construct. Why I have this additional work that I have done on this particular shloka is because I had to teach a team in a governmental company of India where I am helping a small group with some Sanskrit knowledge, because as part of their work they are doing something, and I chose this to explain to them how to go about it, analyzing a language model of Sanskritam. So that for that I have chosen, so I'll take some time. So let us come to this Lokeshu Anvaya Kramaha. Tasmin
Guruvarya?
Yes, Varya?
Sorry for disturbing. Sir, one second, sir. Swarupam, Sriya Rupam. Is it Pulling and Striling, or what is the difference between
It's a karma pada. So it can be, it's a Visheshana also, Rupa Shabda, right? So it can be in any linga. So where you I have to go back?
No. So just you explain that.
No, because unless the sentence is there, I can't tell you about it.
That's
Where is it? Swarupam? Okay, Saraswati, right?
Yes.
Saraswati Sviya Rupam, like this one, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the question?
No, but what is the difference between Sviya Rupam and Swarupam?
No, not much difference. It's a different type of application. Sviyam Rupam, her own form as a karma. Okay? Saraswati is the karta of the dharana kriya in the Dhrutavati. Okay? It's Dhrutavati is a Ktavatu Krudanta, Strilinge. So Saraswati Sviyam Rupam, Sviya Rupam, the karma dharya. Okay? Dhrutavati. Okay? Sviyah Rupaha Prayaha Pullinge. Okay? Sviyam Rupam iti Dvitiyaya. Parantu Tatra Sviya Rupaha iti Shabdasya Sviya Rupam iti Dvitiyayam Stapitamasti. I have to go check the kosha whether Rupa is available in Pumsaka also, but I remember it being Pullinga Rupaha as a native word. Okay? It's that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
For example, Rupa Shabda can become Visheshan also. For example, Surupa, Surupam, Surupaha, like that, one with a great form. Surupaha Ramaha, Surupa Damayanti, like that. Okay? Or Kurupa for someone else. Okay, alright. So, any word can only be completely understood in the context of that sentence, and sometimes even beyond the sentence because of Adhyaharana of the context needed. Okay? So, alone you can say it could be thus, it could be this, like that. You cannot say what it is without the context knowledge.
But I think Sviya Rupam means Swaswarupam.
Same thing, Bhagini. Swarupam, Sviya Rupam, same thing. Don't take it too complex. Okay? Swashabda, Sviya Shabda. Simple. ठीक है? Paryayas. Yeah. Like same we saw also, no, the kap pratyaya can be added or removed. Palaha, palakaha, no difference. Okay? तस्मिन् क्षणे पालयितुः प्रजानाम् उत्पश्यतः सिंहनिपातमुग्रम् अवाङ्मुखस्योपरि पुष्पवृष्टिः पपात विद्याधरहस्तमुक्ता. So this is what Kalidasa is telling. He is still telling the Dilipa Vyakhyana, right? In the Dvitiya chapter, second chapter of his grand magnum opus. This thing, sorry. What is that? Raghuvamsham. Okay. So, tasmin kshane, at that very moment, palayituhu, of the protector, prajanam, of the people, utpashyataha, one who is looking up, anticipating, looking forward to, simhanipatam, the strike of the lion, ugram, intense strike, severe strike of the lion. Okay. Avangmukasya, of the one whose face was bowed down, upari, on top, pushpavrishtihi, the rain of flowers, pushpanam vrishtihi, pushpavrishtihi, shashti tatpurusha, strilinga, papata, fell, vidyadara hastamukta, released by the hands of demigods called Vidyadharas. Okay, so very easy, word for word we can get it, not very difficult after you have swam in the ocean of Sanskritam a little bit. So tasmin kshane, what is tasmin referring to? To the context of what Kalidasa is describing so far. What has happened? He has appealed to Kumbodara saying, look, please let this cow go. Please accept my prayer that you accept my body as a substitute in the place of Nandini, so that your dharma of needing to eat and survive and protect this Devadaru is not coming in the way, is not broken, because I am unable to defeat you. So I accept the surrender and you please eat me, let her go. All this had happened. So at that moment, tasmin kshane palayituhu of the protector. Who is the palayitu here? Dilipa. Dilipasya visheshana is palayituhu. We will determine who is visheshana visheshya, but we can infer Dilipa from this. Dilipasya prajanam palayituhu. So prajanam goes behind palayituhu. Protector of whom? Prajas. Prajanam palayituhu. Prajanam palayituhu Dilipasya in our head. Utpashyataha, one who is looking forward. Looking forward to what? At this moment is looking forward to his death only. Simhanipatam, the strike of the lion. Ugram, intense strike of the lion. He's just praying it will all be instantaneously over. So ugram simhanipatam utpashyataha. So simhanipatam, ugram simhanipatam utpashyataha. I should use my cursor, not my hand. You cannot see my hand. So ugram simhanipatam utpashyataha. So intense strike of the lion, one who is looking forward to that. This is Shatranta. Utpashyataha. Okay, Shashti of Shatranta. Okay. Utpashyan in Prathama. Okay, and it is Utpashyataha in Shashti Ekavachana. Avang Mukasya. So again this Sya is there, that means it is also Shashti. So who is Avang Mukha? Again our Dilipa. So this is another Visheshana. Why this Visheshana? Because at this moment he is having his head bowed down, anticipating the strike. So that is very appropriate. So Avang Mukasya Dilipasya Upari. Okay, Avang Mukasya Dilipasya Upari Vidyadhara Hastamukta Pushpavrishtihi Papata. So one who was looking forward to the strike of the lion and with the head bowed down in anticipation of that, upon his head the rain of flowers released by the hands of Vidyadhara Devatas fell. That's what. Okay, very nice. So tasmin kshane palayituhu prajanam utpashyatah simhanipatam avanmukasya upari pushpavrishtihi papata vidyadhara hastamukta. So pairing, now we have to take vidyadhara hastamukta before pushpavrishti as a visheshana to that, and many visheshanas in the correct order to go along with bracket dilipasya somewhere. Okay, and this utpashyatah is a clausal ending to that part. So second part is the papata part. So ushpatya utpashyatah is a apradhana kriya vachaka. Papata is a actual kriya pada. Okay, all right. So you guys do the padavibhaga is straightforward enough for you guys now. So anvaya vakya, see, tasmin kshane, they have kept it over there where Kalidasa has kept, because it's kind of contextual beginning of the entire storyline. So at that moment, at that very moment, kama ugram simhanipatam utpashyatah, kama, one who was looking forward to the intense strike of the lion. Avan mukasya, one whose head was bowed down. Prajanam palayituhu, one who was the protector of the people. Okay, in here I would put Dilipasya at the end, because final target is Dilipasya in bracket. Upari on top, locative avyaya. Vidyadhara hastamukta pushpavrishtihi papata. So you guys can identify the karta of this papata. Who is the karta of this papata in the sentence? Anybody?
Vidyadhara?
No. Who is the karta of the papata?
Vidyadharaha?
No.
Pushpavrishtihi papata.
Pushpavrishtihi papata. Very good. Vidyadharas are involved, but they are prayojaka. Basically, they are the ones who are creating Pushpavrishti, but the karta, as far as grammar goes of the sentence, is Pushpavrishtihi papata. The rain of flowers fell. So that is the karta. Okay? And they are the prayojakas. Vidyadhara hasta mukta, as a visheshana they are coming. Vidyadhara hasta mukta pushpavrishti. In essence, that is a visheshana karta. This is visheshya karta. Okay? And then papata is the kriya. And the location is upari. Kasya upari, Dilipasya. And behind Dilipa, lot of story. Okay? So this is the thing. You guys now understood the Anvaya. As the guys who have walked through Pravesha, Parichaya, Shiksha, Kovida, you guys are able to almost immediately picturize this. Though some of you are identifying the karta wrong. That's why I am challenging you now and then. Okay. Now how do we really do this? I will explain next. So Anvaya Artha you guys follow. It is, I am not liking again and again that it is in English. I wish they gave it in Sarala Samskrita rather than English, so that the Anvaya Vakyas order is kept. But Tatparya is more or less that Yada Simhasya Akramanam Nirikshya Raja Dilipaha Avangmukaha Bhutva Stitaha Asit Stitaha Asit Tada Tasya Shirasaha Upari. Okay, Shirasaha. See, Shiras, it's not Shirasya Upari. It's not Shira Shabda. It is Shiras. So Shirasaha Upari. Okay. You can, if you don't know, Mukasya Upari is also okay. Don't worry too much about it. Tasya Upari is enough also. His head is also upari. Vidyadharaha pushpavrishtim amunchan. Here they have switched the karta to Vidyadharas, putting another amunchan as the release as the kriyapada rather than papata. Okay, amunchan, they released because mukta, right? So amunchan. Papata tasya upari antato gatva pushpavrishtihi papata, parantu tatpurvam Vidyadharaha pushpavrishtim amunchan. Pushpavrishtim karmapada. For the mochana kriya. So nice tatparya. So now what do we do? Of course, Sanskrit Bharati has this beautiful question answer method of unraveling the storyline. So they start from papata and move backwards. So the center of the wheel, papata. Okay. So what we do? We write the center of the wheel, papata, litlakara, pratama purusha ekavachana, kriyapada, pradhana. Put all those identifiers around it. So I am teaching this to them. That's why I have this diagram for you guys also now. So this is the primary work, first work that we do when we look at the verse. What are the active kriyapadas and how to put chakras for them. Ka papata, question, what fell? Of course, when we don't know, kim papata. But the answer is pushpavrishtihi papata. So we go back and correct ka papata instead of kim papata. Pushpavrishtihi papata. So we add that. So ka Vishesh Pushpavrishtihi Karta 1.1. Okay, Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachana. Here 1.1 is Pratama Purusha Ekavachana. There it is Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachana. Karta. Strilinge. If you want, you can write Stri also somewhere. Okay. This Visheshyam is not yet known. It will emerge. I have put it in the end because I don't have so much dynamics to add it later and all that. That will become enormous time consuming job to put animation for all that. So I have avoided. But how that becomes Visheshyam? Because Kidrishi Pushpavrishti. What type of Pushpavrishti? Okay. Vidyadhara Hasta Mukta. So that goes behind as Visheshanam. Okay, so this gets Visheshya Bhava due to that. Vidyadhara Hasta Mukta. We have to break that down later as a Samasa analysis, but for now it is one single Strilinga Pada as a Visheshana to Pushpavrishti. Okay, so Kidrishi Pushpavrishti Vidyadhara Hasta Mukta Pushpavrishtihi. Okay, so that goes behind. So we got that unraveled. You see how simple and what we call this Akanksha Paddhati question order is so precise, it actually draws the diagrams in letters. Okay. Next, Kutra Papata, another link to the Papata. We have come back to the Kriyapada. So that means we are branching off to another branch of the noun with a different Karaka. The Karaka here is Saptami Adhikarana Karaka, but we use a Avyaya Shabda Upari. So though it is Avyaya Shabda, you can say it holds the Adhikarana Karakatva in that position. It can be Anvaya, but still it holds a Karaka force. The Karaka force that the Upari holds is Adhikaranam. but it is 0.0, not 7.1. That is the important thing. If it was some other thing, then it would have been 7.1. So okay. Upari papata. So I think this nala is, I forgot to edit. Dilipasya. Guys, read this as Dilipasya. I will edit it for future. My laziness. So Dilipasya. I noticed this yesterday when teaching them. But anyway, Dilipasya. Alright. So that also becomes a Visheshya, but that is not known yet. I have already put it there. But the answer Upari has come from Kutra. Okay. And Nalasya is from the Adhyaharana that follows from Visheshanas. Okay. So Kasya Upari. See, this is the next question. So that's how its Visheshyam comes as Dilipasya Upari, but it is actually Palayituhu, which is the Visheshana that has generated. So Palayituhu Upari. So in this position in the verse, because there is no Dilipasya anywhere, you can take Palayituhu as the Visheshya itself. But if you do Adhyaharana of Dilipasya, which I have done here incorrectly, of course, as Nalasya, due to over influence of Nalamahadamayanti Katha.
So,
yes, Variye?
Sir, Kutra Papata, Shirasaha they have not taken.
Shirasaha is not there anywhere. It is there in Tatparya. Yeah.
Sorry, sir.
Mukhasya anta idella.
Adu Mukhasya, but Avang Mukhasya is there. That will come. Avang Mukhasya is there. You are right. Avang Mukhasya. But it is not about, Avang Mukhasya is not about the Shirasaha Upari part. It is about his head being bowed. That's all. Okay? It's more about Dilipa status. So here Upari is of the entire Dilipa. As far as Kalidasa goes, upon Dilipa. But here in Tatparya they are taken first, because where will you do flower showering? On their head. So they have added Shirasaha as additional. Tasya Shirasaha Upari. Tasya Upari is all that Kalidasa has told. Avangmukha doesn't indicate Shiras. It simply shows that he is having his head bent, anticipating the strike. It is more about anticipating the strike. Okay? So Kasya Upari Palayituhu. They have extracted the one that is closest possible. So this means of the ruler, of the one who protects. So now this protects what? So that question, right? Kasam Palayituhu. Praja is a Strilinga Shabda. So Kasam Palayituhu. If you don't know, Kesham Palayituhu Atva Kasya Palayituhu. But finally, knowing the answer, we go back and correct it to Kasam to fit the Prajanam, which is Strilinga Shishti Bahuvachana. So that goes behind as a Adhikari of this Adhigata Shabda Palayituhu. So Prajanam Palayituhu. This is no more a Visheshana to Dilipa. How do we know? We know because Prajanam Palayituhu is the Prajanam Dilipasya is a little bit weird. So it is not a possessor of Dilipa, it is a possessor of the Palayitru in Dilipa. So Prajanam Palayituhu. So Adhikari word is Prajanam. So it's a Shashti of this Shashti. Guys, this is not a Visheshana of this Shashti. This is a Shashti of this Shashti. Possessor of this possessed, which is the possessor of the Upari Shabda. Okay? So double stack of Shashtis. Alright? Remember that. That's why it is not Kidrishi Palayituhu, Kasam Palayituhu, Kidrishasya or Kidrishyaha Palayituhu. No, Kasam Palayituhu. Of whom? So Shashti question, not a Visheshana question. Observe how precisely Samskrita Bharati has placed it. So that opens up the bubble correctly for us. Okay? As Adhikari Adhigata pair, not as a Visheshana Visheshya pair. It to our cheap head, oh, this is also Shashti, that is also Shashti. But look, this one is a Pullinga Shashti, that one is a Strilinga Shashti. Okay, that is incidental. That could have been also Pullinga Shashti. It would still remain Adhikari Adhigatam. Instead of Praja, if they used Jana Shabda, Pullinga, Jana Nam is Pullinga Shashti Bahuvachana. But that doesn't make his Visheshana. That still remains Adhikari and Adhigata pairing. Okay, that means possessor, possessed. Shashti Sambandha. Okay, not a Visheshana Sambandha. Am I making sense to you guys? Okay, how we read that, you see.
Sir.
Very precise reading from the way the questioning is. We ignore it sometimes. So that's why I'm using this bubble chart to explain. Okay, now next Punaha Kasya. Okay, they have branched off. So where would it fit it? So we have to still go back to this Dilipasya flowchart in my mind rather than go to Palayituhu, because Palayituhu in my mind is Dilipasya Visheshanam. So I still taking here in bracket Dilipasya. So okay, so Punaha Kasya, I attach it to this Dilipasya embedded as part of Upari. So Avangmukasya, or potentially I can extract one more bubble with Dilipasya in bracket and go behind that. It's a little bit futile, so I have just added it this Nalasya, you read it as Dilipasya. So Avangmukasya comes, attaches to itself. Now how does it attach? This is a Visheshana. Okay, Avangmukasya Dilipasya, because it's actually in Pullinga to go with Avangmukaha Dilipaha Avangmukasya Dilipasya. So this is a Bahuvrihi pointer. Why it is Bahuvrihi? Because Mukha is a Anga of the Angi who is Dilipa. Okay, what kind of Bahuvrihi and all that secondary. Okay, how did Avang come? What is it? Is it, how does it come? It's not, is a Padasanya, is it a Upasarga? All those things come there, but you understand what I mean by Bahuvrihi pointer at this point. Okay, so Visheshanam to Dilipasya. Visheshya, this is again due to another Visheshana coming behind that, because you see Punaha Kidrishasya. Okay, so Utpashyataha, so I can attach that behind here. Kidrishasya Utpashyataha Avangmukasya. Why do I choose to attach it to Avangmukasya and not to Dilipasya directly? Is a question you can ask. Okay, potentially you could have attached there, but this is better because now the meaning is why his head is bowed down. His head is bowed down anticipating something, right? The bowing down is not a simple limbless Visheshana to Dilipasya. It is a meaningful Visheshana because he is looking forward to something. For that reason his head is bowed down, either in Bhakti or here it is in some kind of anticipation of his killing. Okay, Utpashyataha, one who is looking forward to. Shatranta Shashti Ekavachana Visheshanam. So because now this is a Visheshanam to the Avangmukaha, so that is Visheshyam. While it is Visheshana to Dilipasya, which is Adhyahrita, it is a Visheshyam to Utpashyataha in my opinion, rather than directly linking to Dilipasya there. Going through this makes more sense to my logical linking of the reasoning, okay, of the use of the word Utpashyataha to go with Avangmukha. Okay, all right. So now this is a Shatranta. So immediately Kriya Vachakatva comes there. It's a Apradhana Kriya. Upakriya or Apradhana Kriya, definitely possible. Why we call it Apradhana Kriya? Because it can take its own Karma Pada, etc. Okay, so next question is exactly that. Kam Utpashyataha, anticipating what? So that means this has got a Karaka Shakti in it. So that Karaka Shakti takes Karma Karaka in Simhanipatam, strike of the lion, Utpashyataha, anticipating the strike of the lion. So Karma Pada for this secondary wheel. So there is a second wheel emerging here. So Upakriya with a Karma. This Karma Nipatam doesn't go with Papata, it goes with the Drish Dhatu in the Shatranta form here. Okay. So then there is another last Visheshana to extract here for this, which is Kidrisham Simhanipatam, Ugram Simhanipatam, intense strike, severe strike. Okay, so the Kidrisham comes behind this. So this is Napumsaka, so this is also Napumsaka. Okay, and last couple of question is time. Kada Papata, Kshane. First one is at a moment. Okay, that means in that moment, like that, right? A quick strike, that is the prayer of Dilipa. Let there be a quick strike. Okay, even if he had chosen to kill Dilipa, would have done a quick strike because they are not given to torture. Okay, Adhikaranam, Kala Adhikaranam, not Deshadhikaranam. See, the Kutra is Deshadhikaranam here, Upari. Kada is Kala Adhikaranam, Kalaha. Saptami Ekavachana. Here now this is a actual declinable noun, so Saptami Ekavachana applies. Kalaha Kshane. Punaha that has a Visheshanam. Kidrishe Kshane. Saptami question. Kidrishe Kshane for Visheshanam. Tasmin Kshane. At that moment. Tasmin is understood only if you read the previous paragraphs of Kalidasa. Okay. This is also Saptami Ekavachana Visheshana. So this is how a sentence relationship builds. So that's why Sanskritam is extremely precise in its pratyaya usage, rules usage, etc. You can't just delete the pratyayas, and like in Kannada and Hindi we do, we have to kind of know the whole sentence before we can say that was karma, this was kriya. Sometimes we don't even learn the language that way. We just let our brain understand the grammar and don't have access to the grammar of the language ourselves in an intense way. But because we are studying Sanskritam as a classical language with all its grammar revealed to us beautifully, we can draw these diagrams and flowcharts. Now I can go back and do this in Kannada also. After studying Samskrita, I can do this for Kannada also. Okay. So this was it. So I hope this was useful. So I took a lot of extra time of yours, but I need to use the extra hours rather than go into one more weekend. I would like to keep finishing it by next weekend. So I am trying to rush through. Thank you very much. Today afternoon we will gather at 3 o'clock and study some more.
This is also mind map only.
Yeah, it is actually Vakya Chakra. I call it Vakya Chakra. It's not even a map. It is a complete description of the sentence with all the grammatical points. Almost all, not everything. With one error, Nalasya should be deleted and Dilipasya should be established. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. See you at 3 o'clock.
The exam, Mahodaya. I'll copy this chart in my exam question paper.
Don't write this chart in the exam and waste your time. You will get less marks somewhere else. You will get less marks somewhere else. Just focus on what is asked, please. 3 hours will become short. Kovida exam are not like Parichaya. I could have written 3 times in 3 hours. But Kovida exam, 3 hours will feel short. Okay? Because at some point you'll be racking your brain to remember something about some Narada, or remember something about some Kavi. So please, there is too much to keep in brain for Kovida. Don't waste your time. Learn it well though. I mean, I appreciate your appreciating and learning it. Do copy it in your scrapbook also, but don't worry about putting this chart in the exam. Thank you.
Dhanyawad.
Dhanyawad.